by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this Monday night. I'm Jay Kohn. Janelle is off this evening. Children are among the latest victims of the fires raging across the state of California. 17 fires in all, burning more than 250,000 acres, destroying more than 1,000 homes in the process. As many as 52,000 residents are now under evacuation orders. Tonight, Chris Martinez is in Redding, California, where the car fire has now claimed 6 lives.
Officials say the fire in Redding is so big it's created its own weather pattern, a fire vortex that's consumed more than 700 homes. One of them belonged to Ed Bledsoe, who'd left to run a quick errand, leaving his wife and 2 great-grandchildren behind.
I was talking to my little grandson on the phone. He's saying, "Grandpa, please, you got to come and help us. The fire's at the back door. Come and get us." I said, "I'm close by, son. I'm trying to get in there." I said, I'm right by you. I said, "I'm right by you, honey. Just hold on. Grandpa's coming."
Bledsoe never made it back.
My wife wrapped him up in wet blankets, got over the top of him. We laid there until the fire took him.
Bledsoe says he never received any evacuation notices, and officials are investigating. So far, at least 40,000 people have had to evacuate Redding. Many of them will return to neighborhoods like this one that burned to the ground. 100 miles south, dark smoke pouring from the Mendocino complex fire made day look like night. Officials expanded their evacuation orders late Monday, many being forced from a shelter where they thought they'd be safe.
Here comes that flame.
And closer to Los Angeles, this brush fire is threatening structures in the city of Santa Clarita. Firefighters battled at the edge of an apartment complex, but couldn't stop burning embers from landing on the roof. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Redding, California.
Police in that area now on the lookout for looters and say they've arrested at least 5 people who were found in evacuated areas. The U.S. State Department delivering a victory to TransCanada's Keystone XL pipeline today. According to Bloomberg News, the department found the conduit's approved alternate route would have no significant environmental impacts in the state of Nebraska. That new route was approved by Nebraska regulators, and of 8 categories inspected by the State Department, only 1 was proven to have a negligible effect. The 1,200-mile pipeline would help carry 830,000 barrels of crude from Alberta's tar sands to U.S. Gulf Coast refiners. Here in Montana, a state district court ruling will save Northwestern Energy customers more than $8 million. That ruling today upholds a previous decision by the Public Service Commission not to allow Northwestern to have its customers foot the bill for costs associated with the temporary shutdown of Colstrip Unit 4 back in 2013. Originally, Northwestern wanted to charge its customers $8.2 million for the cost of replacement power while that Unit 4 was idled. But 2 years ago, in a 3-2 decision, the Montana PSC disallowed the charges, ruling the utility had not demonstrated that the plant was operated prudently. The PSC also faulted Northwestern for its lack of oversight of the plant and concluded it failed to purchase insurance or seek damages from other parties involved. Today, Yellowstone County District Judge Rod Souza upheld the commission's findings on each point. Commissioner Roger Koopman of Bozeman says today's ruling sends an important message. Quote, "These utilities cannot automatically assume expenses like these will be passed on to ratepayers. The burden of proof is on the utility to prove that it acted responsibly. In this case, Northwestern did not." And Commission Vice Chairman Travis Kavula says today's ruling sets an important precedent. Quote, "This ruling establishes a clear precedent that there are times when the utility must take responsibility for its property when it fails to perform and cannot simply hide behind contractors or other third parties to avoid that responsibility." As yet tonight, no official reaction from Northwestern. We did speak with spokesman Tom Glanzer today, who told me the company officials are just learning of the decision and are in the process of reading and understanding the judge's ruling. Well, the vision of the One Big Sky District Development Project in downtown Billings should become clear by the end of this year. Local business groups met today with the Hammes Company to hear more about a timeline for the plan. Now, One Big Sky has seen a drastic change of the original concept of a major skyscraper and community living space. Now, today, the vision is more of 2 distinct areas, a lifestyle district, seen here in blue, anchored by a convention center and a health and wellness district that includes the medical corridor. This development plan will give Billings residents more detail on what the One Big Sky district can eventually be.
You can't formulate a vision and a strategy for an urban area, a city and its region in a simplistic manner. To do it and do it in a credible fashion, it takes planning, it takes engineering, it takes market research, it takes fiscal and economic impact analysis, all things that we've now started on that we'll be working on over the course of these next few months. And as we come to the tail end of our effort, we'll come back with a very detailed plan.
And if all goes according to plan, the first Catalyst project, like a downtown convention center, could break ground as early as 2019. Billings Mayor Bill Cole, Roundup Mayor Sandra Jones, and Colstrip Mayor John Williams among a handful of Montana officials who got to visit the White House last week as part of Montana State Day in Washington. The mayors were invited by the White House Office of Intergovernmental Affairs. Mayor Cole said when asked about the issues facing Montana communities, he stressed the need for critical infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and broadband. Mayor Williams stressed the reliability of coal on the nation's energy grid, while Mayor Jones got an update on the Clean Water for Rural Communities Act. That clean water bill, sponsored by Montana Senator John Tester, includes federal funding for 2 rural water systems, 2 systems that would serve up to 22,000 people in 11 eastern Montana counties. The woman found dead on Highway 3 near Billings late Friday night, now identified. 22-year-old Tristan Gray of Billings found unresponsive in the highway's eastbound lane. She was pronounced dead at the scene. An autopsy revealed that she died of blunt force trauma. 2 possible suspect vehicles were seen leaving the scene, but so far no arrests have been made. On to the weather scene tonight. Bob McGuire, we've all felt it, that nasty sting of a sunburn, but there are ways to avoid that.
Yeah, and we're going to see more sun this week as well. So we thought we'd give you some ideas on what you can do to how to prevent skin and eye damage from the ultraviolet index. The ultraviolet index, that's the one that tells you how bad the UV rays are. And you'll notice this week it's getting up there pretty high. In fact, it's getting to very high, 7.5 to 9. So it could really cause some problems for you. So here's some things to think about. Maybe a good idea to wear some polarized sunglasses. Avoid that time in the sun, the hottest time, when it's noon to 6 p.m. if you can, and cover up and wear a wide brim hat. That's not a bad idea. And also, if you have to be out, use the SPF 30 plus sunscreen and seek shade whenever you can. If you can do that, you can probably avoid a nasty sunburn. Jay?
All right, good advice. Thank you, Bob. Still to come on tonight's 10 o'clock news. Well, the building may have gone up in flames years ago, but memories of the iconic Skyline Club have never burned out. We'll revisit that time. Plus, Montana has its hidden gems, and the tourism industry wants to help you find them. And in sports night, Scarlets and Royals square off for a ticket to your state title game. Scott shows us which one is in.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Kohn and Janelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.